Well, it is pink and it is a frog, so of course it is Pink Frog Crafts. Well, if you haven't, if it's the first time that you are joining us and it's the first time that you meet the pink frog, let me tell you, you are in for a treat, because one of the things that I adore about Pink Frog Crafts is the fact that they identify a type of cards and then they bring us different ways of using it. And in this hour, it's all about memory books with brand new products and also the essential glues for those memory books. Now, to tell us all about how to assemble them, we have got the woman who has devised the instructions themselves. We have got Dawn here with us. How are you, Dawn?
Hello, Paolo. I'm fine, thank you, yes.
It's really exciting every time that you come in with a different take on memory books.
And it's something new.
This
is going to be happening building through the year. There's going to be some new products coming through, so it's exciting.
And I love that, because I love the way that you are giving us something new, which in this case is 2 colors in 2 different sizes. But I love the way that also we can build our skills, we can build our collection of memory books.
This is it. At Pink Frog, we don't want to take away your creativity. So we give you the cardstock, we give you the instructions, so you too can create beautiful mini albums like this. And I'm doing a really sneaky peek here, aren't I?
Yes, you are. I love them.
This was made by the lovely Heather, who's on my design team. But you can just see how, just from plain cards, you can just use your imagination with your inks, with your papers, and just take this to another level.
It is absolutely fabulous. Now, we are gonna start with the brand new color per size, which is the square 8-inch memory book. Now, this you have the true ivory and a true brown, and in total you will be able to make not just 2, but 4 in total, 2 of each color, right?
You're going to be able to make 4 in total, yes, 2 of each color.
Which is, I actually think that is incredible that you are going to be able to make 4 for £28.99.
Yes.
And also included are your exceptional instructions.
Yes, you've got written instructions and scoring and cutting guides. That comes with you. But we've taken it a step further as well, Paolo.
Oh.
So over on my website, Dawn's Inspirations, you can also purchase a online workshop. Which is a video step-by-step. So for those of you out there that perhaps written instructions aren't your thing, you like to be taken by the hand and work with someone step-by-step, you can do it as well. These albums can be made by a beginner as well as a seasoned crafter. And this is the nice thing about them. A seasoned crafter will take them that step further, but a beginner can make these.
Fabulous. So we are getting, do you know how, is it 20 sheets of...
No, you're going to get 40.
20 of each colour?
Yes.
So basically you're getting 20 of the ivory, 20 of the brown, so 40 in total. Brand new today, 757849 is your item number. So you can see the details at the bottom of the screen, exact sizes of the cards, 20 by 40, but of course once there's a score, it's a different sizes. And remember, you are getting 20 of the A4 as well in that drawer. Then look at this. I mean, look how you can create. I just love the idea that they become so solid as well.
They do. Now, obviously on the show as well, we've got extra ivory, the true ivory and the true brown. And when we say true from Pink Frog, we mean acid and lignin free. So these are perfect for preserving your photographs and your memorabilia, and that's the nice thing about them. So you can purchase extra cardstock and do the extra mats and layers like Heather's done here. But I will also share with you a little sneaky way you can do it with another product we've got coming up as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's very exciting things coming up. All right, if you want to go for the 8-inch finish album, there you have got the details. 757849 is your item number. Very busy for it. Of course, when there is a brand new size, brand new color option from Pink Frog Crafts, it gets very, very busy. So do not forget to check out your baskets in time so then you can relax and watch Dawn's demos. Then let's have another look, another brand new size color combination, because you stay with the tune of the theme of square albums, but this time we are going a little bit smaller with the 6-inch. Again, we are talking about the memory albums in true brown and true ivory with the instructions, and we are also talking about maybe being able to make 4 of these albums. So imagine, I mean, this would be great as well. I'm thinking for, could I say it, as a storage as well?
Oh yes, definitely.
For dies, because you can tuck them in.
Yes. Literally, your own imagination is going to stop you as to what you could use these for. Whether it's to document an anniversary, a special event, a holiday, anything at all. Or it could be like me, that you've just gathered lots of photographs that you need to get organised. You know, I think if anything, this last couple of years, I think a lot of us are getting a lot more organised, so you can do that. They're great as recipe books.
Yeah.
They're great for you to give as gifts, because you could finish them, you can decorate them, leave the mats, so people can actually go in and add their own photographs. And this is the nice thing about it. So they are perfect for gift giving as well. And both sizes, I mean, I like both, but I just wanted to put the 2 there together. So this is the 6-inch and this is the 8-inch. So you can see the difference with the size there. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. And I was thinking, like, sometimes, and I would say that I trained as a graphic designer a long time ago, like an apprenticeship. And one of the things that I was told very early on is that designing with a square, start small sometimes, because it's a great, like, square sometimes takes a little bit of getting used to it, but then the rewards are really big, you know, really big. So if you are thinking, maybe you are brand new to memory albums, maybe the 6x6 is the perfect size to start, because you still can put a 6x4 photo. Oh yes,
you can still put your 6x4 photographs in it. And in the summer, I had my 7-year-old niece crafting with me in the garden, and she actually made one of the medium landscape books with me. And I took everything in the garden, and she did it herself. And she took a little go to get used to the scoreboard, but she mastered it and she made it. And the look of achievement on her face,
I can imagine,
was absolutely phenomenal.
I love the way that how you have designed them with a little, you know, folded there, because that duplicates the amount of space that we can have for our memories, for our pictures. I'm a very strong believer in journaling as well, to write, and having it a little bit hidden is quite good, because sometimes there are things that we want to write down but not necessarily for everybody to see. Or maybe you can have the picture that is a really serious picture here, and then the funny one in there as well.
Exactly. This is the nice thing about them. I mean, you've all got, that one's done with pattern paper. You know, we've all got lots of crafty stash at home, whether it's inks, whether it's stamps, whether it's papers. You know, you can use any of those on this. So even though it says it's true and it's acid and lignin free, you can still do all those fabulous techniques.
Indeed you can. I was thinking about as well this, like for instance, if you go, say for instance, a weekend in Paris or something like that, and then you go to have lovely teas and coffees, and then you have got the card, the business card of the places, you can hide it there, so you can have the picture, the name in there. I mean, there is so many possibilities. I adore this size as well. And again, you're making 4 of them for £20 and 49 pence. You are so right. The sense of achievement when you make something like this is incredible. I also think that it would make lovely storage for dies or stamps and things like that. It's up to you. I mean, I love the way that you have got the instructions to make them as they are, but then you can take it further. Like I was saying, we use the pattern papers. If you don't want to go with the stamping route, there's so many ways of using it. 673344 is your item number. You will find them on the website, thecraftstore.com, alongside other sizes. Now we have got the others, true pink, not true pink, true ivory, true brown in different sizes. Now you may want to add, and this is the true brown and ivory in A4 sizes as well. It's always great to have extras. Now, I have to say that having a scorecard, but, you know, cut to size makes life so much better. because there's so many different possibilities. Now, what we also have is the offcuts. Now, those ones are about 2 kilograms of different color combinations. Now, they are not particular sizes that we can guarantee the sizes, but you will find that it's 2 kilograms of that particular card. Now, they are very, very busy. Also, can you notice that they are all true, which means, and you heard it from Dawn, they are all acid and lignin free. So if you want to make sure that, for instance, personally, I would just put in my basket a true black. Why? Because I know that it's acid and lignin free, but also for die cutting, all those smaller dies that need the die cutting, this would be perfect. Matting and layering, Dawn has got a top tip, a top way to do that as well. Now, I have to say, though, that there is no huge quantities of those offcuts. So if you want yours, make sure to check out your baskets. And we have double check, and once they're gone, they are gone. Also, don't forget about the adhesives. We have got some of them in the show, including the photo glue, also the sprays, and the always popular non-clog glue bottles, the EVA glue, as well as the adhesive foam collection, and one of my all-time most bought items and most used, the Scotch removable tape. I use it every single day that I craft. Right, do make sure to check out your baskets, have a look, but we do have got to, I need to tell you that the black offcuts, the ones that I was saying I would put it in my basket, that's allowed. Now you did. Now if you have it in your basket, you need to check out your baskets, because otherwise you will miss out. Remember, it's 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in, those baskets out to refresh themselves. Right, done.
Right, so we'll make a start. I thought what we'll do is we're going to make the album from start to finish.
Perfect.
Because people do ask, and I have had some messages on social media this morning, how quick and easy is it to do? As I've said, my niece made one. These are quick and easy to do. But because it's quick and easy, and if you're a seasoned crafter, don't be put off by that, because you can take it to another level. That's the lovely thing about it, Paolo.
Which size are we starting with then?
Right, so I've got my A4 card, and on your sheet it will tell you the size you need to cut for your album, so that's not a problem. So I've cut 2 already, so we can sort of move on with this. Okay, so we're going to do a score line and a score line, and they're both identical. They're 5 centimetres.
And that's for the 8x8?
This is for the 8x8, yes. And I thought I'm going to do it in this lovely ivory. I mean, the chocolate brown, that brown is exquisite.
It is,
absolutely exquisite. Now, you know what I'm going to tell you?
Burnish.
Always burnish.
Yes.
Always burnish.
Why is so important, Dawn? Oh, actually, I'm gonna give you the details. 757849 is your item number. £28.99 for the brand new size on these colors, the true brown and the true ivory. This is the 8x8, which of course what Dawn is using at the minute. We also have already one sellout of the offcuts, the true black, but we have got another update. Is true brown and ivory is now limited stock. So if you want that one, make sure to check out your baskets. Oh, look at that saving. I'm not surprised that it's selling out. By the way, the other options, we have got the true green and true blue, sorry, and true white. That one, again, it has a phenomenal, better than half price saving. So you're just paying £11.99 and saving £15.50. And then true red and true green is also on the show, so you can see that £11.99 again the price. 772894 is your item number. Back to you, Dawn.
Right, so we've scored and burnished these, and I'm going in with my EVA glue, Paolo, because this again is acid and lignin free. Yeah. Now you will see that I'm using my fine nib bottle. Now the glue now does come in a different bottle. Yes. But don't be tempted to go straight from the bottle, because if you use too much glue, which you don't need to, firstly, you're going to waste it, and also it has an effect on the paper as it might make it buckle and warp. You're better, less is best.
Yeah.
This glue will go a long way and it will last you a long time.
Yeah.
So, yes, just don't
Less
be
is more.
tempted.
Yeah, less is more.
Don't-
By the way, it comes in this bottle. This is what Dawn was referring, and then you can decant it into the smaller bottle if you go for the non-clog bottle. £13.99 for the 225 ml. Back to you, Dawn.
And always, when you've, like, I've just done that bit, I'll just wipe the nib with my fingers, because the glue is so strong, as you know, it will attach itself and glue anything. You would have seen the boards that Hazel and Claire have brought you in the past. So always wipe your nib and put the pin back in the glue. Now, if for some unfortunate reason you go to use it the next time and this won't come off, don't force it.
Right.
Okay? Best thing to do is to unscrew it from the bottle.
Right.
Take that part off
Yeah.
and put that in a glass of water for about half an hour.
Cold or...
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I found it doesn't matter at
Okay.
all. Once you've had it in the water for a little while, you'll find it unscrews quite easily. Okay.
So is it water-based then, the glue?
It's
then?
water soluble,
I
yes. It's
see.
not got water in it, but it's water soluble.
yeah.
So don't force your lids. But if by any chance you have and you've broken them, we do the replacement bottles, but we also do the replacement lids as well.
Oh, that's really good to know.
And I put them somewhere right to hand.
Yeah, we will find them because they will come like that, right?
Right, I've got them.
You have got them
I've
there.
got them just here.
Ooh.
So if by any chance you want to, these are also available on the brand shop separately if you want to go on that route.
Perfect. Thank you.
So that's just a little bit of housekeeping because I know it's a question that comes up time and again.
Absolutely.
Now, so we've got our cover of our book to start with. Shall I show you that little trick with those offcuts?
Absolutely.
Well, before they all go.
Yeah, before they all go.
Before they all go.
Yeah,
So-
I loved it.
So at the moment, the cover of my book is 21 centimetres by 21 centimetres. So I've taken some of these offcuts. I've got the true brown here, and I've cut those down to 20 centimetres. Okay, so I've got two cut here at 20 centimetres, and I've got one that I've done the angles on, so I'll show you how I do that. And this is a really great technique for doing those mats without wasting lots of your cardstock.
Absolutely.
So what I then do is put my card in the trimmer, and I just make a little nick at 2 inches on one side, and I'm going to do the same on the other end as well. And then that little nick I'm going to line up in the cutting channel along with the next point to make a mitre. Okay, so you've got a nice mitre. And I'm going to do exactly the same again on this side as well.
Perfect.
Okay, so I've got my 2 angled pieces and 2 straight pieces. So we'll now make a mat for that.
Perfect.
So I like to put mine in my scoreboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of the cardstock right at the top, and again I'm going in with my EVA so everything is safe for the photographs that I'm going to add in at a later date. And then I just put it in there like a set square.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Give that a little burnish to disperse the glue.
And you're using a Teflon multi-tool, aren't you?
I am using the Cool Cats Teflon multi-tool, yes.
Once I am very bad. You know, they had some seconds one time. It's like, oh, you know, this is, and it's like, can I keep it? Because it's like, because it was like they couldn't sell it because it had a little malformation in it. It's like, still, it's a great tool, and it's just like
they are a great tool,
they
honestly.
are.
So I've got 2 already stuck on, and don't worry about the width. I've just used bits of those offcuts. I could have had that a lot narrower. This is where you can choose, okay? And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the back here. I'm not putting masses of glue on, you don't need to. and then pop that up in that set square, or like in the square there now. Give those a good burnish.
And it gives it that finish, isn't it? That's just perfect.
So now I've got my frame.
Yeah.
So this can be added
and
to
that's
the cover
with
of my book.
And that's with using the offcuts. By the way, we have got some news about a true brown and true ivory. Now they have technically sold out. If you have it in your baskets, check out and you will get it. Otherwise, you will miss out.
And I put another piece of card very safely down. If I can't find it. So I shall cut another one. Right, so I'm going in with some, this is where you can do your inking techniques.
Okay.
So our album is 21 by 21. We've made a frame that's 20 by 20.
Okay.
So I'm just going to cut a piece of the true ivory again.
Right.
I'm going to go 18.5 this time. I'm going to show a bit more of that brown because I do love the brown.
Yeah, it is. It's just also, I was thinking, for all those vintage pictures that we may have inherited, they would be absolutely brilliant. Also, for a lot of, I know that a graphic 45 uses a lot of black, but also I do think if you want to soften it a little bit, the true brown gives it a little bit more softer look, contrast.
I think that is totally right, Paula. I think the brown gives it a softer look. I mean, the black card, I love it as well, don't get me wrong. But for the more vintage look you want with your mini albums, I think the brown, the true brown, true ivory goes really well. In fact, that's not quite square, Dawn, so I'm going to pop that back down again and get that in place.
Perfect.
Okay, now it's playing me up today. There we go. Right, I've got my top piece to go on there. And so that can be my front cover, but I'm not going to stick that down yet because I'll decorate and ink that first.
Perfect.
Okay.
And of course you're using the 8x8, which the details are on the screen. Also, a quarter of the stock has already gone. And if you want yours, you know what to do. Check out your baskets. Remember that you will be able to make and finish 4 of the 8x8 memory books, 2 on the true ivory, 2 of the true brown, and that's the new color per size from Print Frog today. Right, back to you, Dawn.
Right, now in your kit you're going to get your cardstock. You're going to make 8 pages out of this cardstock, but before we make the pages I'm going to make the hinge. The hinge is actually going to be made from the cardstock. So again, you haven't got to worry about cutting things up as lots of measurements. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible for you. So I'm going to put one of my card blanks in, and I'm going to do 3 cuts. All your measurements are on your instructions, so you do not have to worry at all. It's all there. So I've got 3 cuts going there. And don't worry about this extra piece, because you'll know you're going to use that. You could use that as a topper for your books. You could use it for extra photo mats. We never throw anything away, do we?
Absolutely never, ever, ever.
Never.
I mean, it's just like, I mean, the other day, what I was rescuing from the bin, I mean, I was going, I got this frame for the wall, right? And in a massive box. And then I thought, well, I'm going to throw away the packaging. No. I didn't even throw the packaging. I gave a nut who needs boxes for his move, the box, they went there. And then I had the polystyrene as well. I'm using it for polystyrene. The white thing. I'm using it when I spray things on top. Because it has got a bevel edge, so it protects everything else.
That's a good idea.
So it's like, but do not throw anything away.
My husband keeps saying, look, you must have a clear out. And I said, yeah, but it might come in useful. I can't.
Absolutely.
I can't.
And has that happened ever to you, Dawn? That you said, okay, I have had this for 10 years. I'm going to get rid of it. You get rid of it, like I usually give it away to somebody else. And next week, no,
I need
it.
Yes, I have done that. Yes.
It's just
and you
so
think,
annoying.
I've got that. Oh, no, I didn't. I throw it away. So I've scored my 3 pieces of my hinge. And again, I'm going to burnish. And the nice thing I like about this true ivory card is, Look at that beautiful edge. You don't get any cracking on the card with the Pink Frog card. You know, it's brilliant quality. So I like to go in and burnish. All my ladies that do classes and that with me, they always say, come on, Dawn, you got to burnish.
Burnish every single time,
And they love the Pink Frog cardstock. And they've all got onto these bone folders as well.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, it's just as it is. They are just fabulous. So this is going to be my hinge. Now, to put the hinge together, I'll start this off and then you can fill in. Now, because I'm doing the square one, I'm going in with the 12mm red liner tape.
Perfect, yeah.
And this is the quickest way I found to do it. So you're going to go along one edge, because again, it's all about speed. This can be done quickly. You could take as much time as you like.
I see. And by the way, we do have got the red liner tape. So you don't even cut, you only cut it once.
Yes.
I think that's such a cool way. By the way, we do have got the set of 4 red liner tape. Remember, Pink Frog Crafts red liner tape. Each of these rolls contains the amount of 6 traditional red liner tape, which means that there are 13 meters in each, which is the total 120 meters in 4 rolls. Different widths, 3mm, 6mm, 9mm, and of course the one that Dawn is using, the 12mm. All of them for £13.99. Back to Dawn.
Yes, so with the red liner tape, you're only actually going to put red liner tape on the first 2 smaller pieces of your hinge.
Right.
So the hinge we're going to create is called a stack the deck hinge system.
Okay, yeah.
I think Laura Dennison first sort of devised it, but I do my little twist on it, Paolo. I counterlever it, and the reason I counterlever it is so the book lays flat.
Right.
So let me just finish this bit off here, and I'll show you what I mean. So when I mean counterlever, this has obviously got some ribbon on the back here. So when it opens, it lays flat. Okay, yes, that's got ribbon on it, so I probably picked up the worst one to have, but can you see how that lays nice and flat? And the other nice thing about having this type of hinge system, postage.
Ooh, postage.
If you want to give these away as gifts, you're going to think, oh, well, hang on here, Dawn, I've got a big spine here.
That won't
How am I going
go
to post that?
through the letterbox, will it?
What you can do,
Please post that.
you just push it to one side. And then that will quite easily go in a jiffy bag. It's not damaging the hinge at all. So you just push it to that one side. Can you see how flat that's gone? So you've gone from that to that. And it doesn't matter which way it goes, because the hinge will allow you to do it.
I see.
Okay, so that's why I've devised that type of hinge.
Perfect.
So, always when I'm putting red liner tape on, I do like to burnish. And people might think, hang on, you're just doing this for the sake of it, Dawn. I'm not. When you're doing the red liner tape, and I will share with you, because what you're doing is you're pushing the glue into the fibres of the paper. You know, some people have red liner tape and they say, oh, I can't get it off, it doesn't peel off easily. If you burnish it, if I lay those there carefully together, can you see, you can see the paper through that one. Where I burnished that one, it just looks flat red. It's not as easy to see, but I can see it, and you will notice the difference when you get that home. So please do just spend that couple of minutes pushing that glue into the fibres of that paper. It will make a big difference. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to just mitre those little corners. So there, where I've wrapped my tape around, I can take it off easily.
Absolutely. And also, one of the things I love about your attention to detail, all those tiny steps that you're doing, they will make the whole memory album much more durable and solid and everything. And, you know, it's all those top tips. This is why you want to watch Dawn doing her memory albums.
Right, I'm going back in again with my EVA now, because I'm going to glue the smaller one on top of the other one. You're stacking it up.
Right.
Okay, that red line of tape just needs to go down on there. So again, just going on with some EVA. Okay. And then putting that in the middle. And you'll notice with the first ones, it will fit roughly where the score line is, would be the edge of the top one. Okay, then when you're happy that you've got that square, you know what I'm going to tell you?
A burnish.
Burnish, because the EVA glue, as you say, Paolo, sticks really quickly, doesn't it?
It does.
Very quickly.
And it's a very strong bond as well, isn't it?
It is, and this is why I think it's brilliant for the memory books. You know, that's the nice thing about it. Not only is it acid and lignin free, it's sturdy, it's going to last. I always say when you're constructing a book, this is your foundations. It's like a house. It's the foundations of the house. I can't quite see the line there. Just checking. No, my line isn't square.
Like our Charlotte in my ear said, it's the bricks and mortar.
It is.
As well. That's so deep.
I mean, I've been creating and designing mini books probably for about 10 years now, and I've tried to do all my own designs. And the first ones I've done, they're still standing the test of time, and it is down to the construction.
And this is what you want to do with memory books, is to stand the test of time. That's something that you do today to treasure and to keep as a keepsakes for years to come. And also think about your children or grandchildren looking through. I mean, I look at memory albums that my mother made with her parents' pictures or with my pictures, and they have got so much value to them.
Well, what I'll do is I'll stick this in here, and I'm going to show you a little trick with the photographs, Paolo.
Okay.
So we've got the stack the deck bit done. So now we're going to do this counterlever back piece that I do. Okay.
Oh, I see.
So this just means that everything will lay flat.
Yeah.
So you're going to get your first one, and you're going to line it up with the score line. You're not going to put it on the score line. You're going to put it as close to the score line. Now, your cardstock, if you remember, was 20 centimetres, and the cover we cut was 21 centimetres. So you're going to have a little gap, top and bottom, like you would in a real book.
Yeah.
Okay, so get that first one down. And the nice thing with the first one is we can lay it back flat and get that really burnished down. Get that glue into the fibres of the paper. Okay. Then we go in with this next one.
Okay.
And we're going to
make sure that
put some glue on there, fold it in on itself,
and
if you've got all your measurements correct, it will fit perfectly in the cover of your book.
Is now a good time to do a reminder of everything we have got on the show?
Yes, that's perfect.
Perfect timing then. Right, of course, thank you so much, John, for showing up to that point of the 8x8, the memory album. Now, in two different colors, the true ivory and true brown. You don't have to choose. You know that they are acid and lignin free, both of them, so your memories are preserved forever, as long as you don't lose it, like I have done sometimes. Anyway, make sure to know that you're going to be able to make 4 of these albums. £28.99 is your price. 2 of the ivory, 2 of the brown that you will be able to make, and it comes in with instructions, which we will know that you have got all the cutting and scoring instructions on how to assemble. 757849 is your item number. Moving on, we have got more sizes, and another brand new size in these colors, in the true ivory and true brown, is the 6x6. If you prefer something a little bit smaller, and remember, they can be memory books because they are acid and lignin free, and that's when the system is invented, but you can use them as storage folders as well, with that beautiful pocket inside it. Very useful as well. Again, you will be able to make 2 of the brown, 2 of the ivory. £20.49 is your price for them. Now, if you want your 673344 is your item item number for this square 6x6. And you are going to be, I think I said 20 sheets of of each color and each style. Moving on to another size. Now, if you prefer something more portrait, these ones are the rectangle portrait sizes. So this is the large, either landscape or portrait memory book with the instructions in true ivory and true blue, true brown. Look at that. This one is so perfect for die storage.
I know.
Because you can put the die cut in here, and then you can have the actual die tacked in.
Yep.
Absolutely perfect. And also, of course, perfect for pictures, but I'm just a crafty storage fanatic. So anyway, we're going to, but of course, you can do it as a portrait or you can do it as a landscape, which is perfect as well. If you are thinking of making a card memory album for somebody's, say, 50th birthday or so on, this would be perfect because you can write maybe a picture in here of the person who's sending the message and then their particular messages inside tucked in. So there is that sort of reference to the purple, the picture on the lines outside and the message inside. Love this size, love. And there is so many possibilities. £22.99. This is the large landscape or portrait album. 174852 is your item number. And again, you will be able to make 4 in total, 2 of the ivory, 2 of the brown. And then, and remember, instructions are included with every single one of them, so you will be not lost about where to score, where to cut. And then we have got the little one, which I adore. Again, if I like every size, to be honest. There is always uses for every single size of card and albums, because this is perfect. Again, if you have got lots of 6x4 pictures, this could be absolutely a perfect for them as well. And also lots of memory books and all the smaller sizes there. So you will be able to make of this size again for very durable. No many memory books were harmed in the making of this program. Right. I'm sorry, Dawn.
No, you're
It's like I'm the clumsiest person in the planet. Unfortunately, but you can see in here, I love this style. I really love. So we can make still 4 of them, right?
Yes. The nice thing about the landscape portrait is originally when I got the cardstock, I was doing the same concept with the card with the hinge.
Right.
So yes, you can make your landscape. And then I thought, well, actually, if we cut the hinge round the other way, we can make portrait. So the landscape portrait is a bit of a twofer, because you can decide whether you want to do them all landscape or all portrait or 2 of each. You've got more options. Indeed. So that's why it's been very popular, that one.
Absolutely. It has a very popular £17.49 is your price. 318017 is your item number. And then finally we have the true ivory and true brown in this different size, which is the underscore 10.5 by 30 centimeters. This is one of my all-time favorite sizes of card because it's just so beautiful. It's just very elegant.
The thing is, you score that in half and you've got a 6x4 landscape card or an A6 landscape card straight away. But if you missed out on the offcuts at all with the brown and ivory and you think, oh, I wish I'd put those in my basket, you can also use that size card to do the same thing because you're not cutting into your bigger size cards. And I'll show you a little couple of tricks on that as well.
Well, if you want yours 5A68157, of course you are getting both sizes in here. Both colors, sorry, one size in there. Wait, yeah, I know why it was like this, because it just kind of falls apart. So I just kind of put it like this and then you can see both. Right, if you want yours, $11.99 for 40 of each color. And we also have got the selection of A4, both in the true ivory and 290 GSM card, 40 sheets in total. Remember, memory, perfect for your memory albums because it's acid and lignin free. So it's always great to have a little bit extra. 280294 is your item number. Now you also have got the true brown. There you can see there that is gonna come up There it is. Now, of course, 40 sheets in total. $11.99 is your price. 141198 is your item number. Back to you, Dawn.
Right, I wanted to. You were talking about your photographs earlier, weren't you, Paula? I wanted to talk you through the Kalau photo glue for those that haven't perhaps seen photo glue in the past. Yeah. Now, we're making these beautiful albums and we're making them acid and lignin free. Okay. There's no point then in sticking your photographs in with a normal glue, because what it's going to do, it's going to damage your photographs. I don't know whether any of you at home have got those photo albums with the plastic that goes on top and the sticky bit that goes underneath. Well, that glue, because it isn't acid and lignin free, that's eaten away at your photographs. So if you've got any albums like that, please, please get them out, because they are going to get damaged. Okay, and it's the same type of thing with anything that we want to keep. So whether it's newspaper cuttings, whether it's little bits of memorabilia like little tickets, you know, this will all get damaged if it's not stored in the correct way.
Oh,
so if
I'm glad you brought that.
So if I just bring this in, I know I keep bringing it out, but it just shows a real true example of what sticky tape or the wrong glue can do to your paper cuttings. You know,
and it's even sometimes if as a child, well, as a teenager, I remember doing some drawings and I put them onto the back of my cover, well, somewhere, and I put it with sellotape, double-sided sellotape, that it wasn't acid, and it completely ruined the painting.
Yeah, it's going to totally ruin it. Whereas you see this paper cutting, I've actually stuck on with the photo glue. So you can't see where the glue's been, okay, but that's now preserved because it's stored on top of my acid and lignin free cardstock as well. So I know that is preserved. Whereas here, I can't really do anything to preserve that now. It's damaged. The damage is done. But your photo glue is quite amazing, really, because don't just think of with your scrapbooking or mini books, think of your paper crafting as well. You know, this is it stuck onto this handcrafted, you know, the mulberry paper you get. Again, sometimes that can be quite hard to stick down because you see glue through it. But I've just put some little blobs of the photo glue, and again, you can't really see it. It's stuck that down. I've used it on some vellum again, so you can see it slightly, but time you put something on top, you know, as you're building up a card, it wouldn't show. We have tried it on true parchment for those people that do true parchment out there, because that question did come up, and unfortunately with true parchment you can see it through. So I just want to be, you know, be honest with the viewers out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the photo glue is fabulous for photos, memorabilia. The nice thing about it is, if you've stuck something down, like this is an old picture of my mum, okay, the nice thing about it is you can peel it away.
Oh.
Okay, quite easily, because it just dries as a gum. And then all you do is rub it off the back with your finger. So you're not damaging your photographs at all. And this is why it's just so important. So if you store your photographs correctly, you're not going to have any problem for future generations to come, because it just rubs away like gum, and you do it exactly the same on your cardstock as well.
And if you have got a glue eraser, that's even easier to rub it off.
But your finger's just as good. Your finger's just as good.
Indeed.
And then if I want to re-stick that down, I can. Now, often we say, like silicone glue and that, we tell you to squeeze it to the end. This glue is runnier.
Yes,
so you don't need to do that. And actually in my craft bag, I have it stood up that way. Okay, I don't have it stored down. I stand it upright. So when you take the lid off, it is a runnier glue. So I just like to put a little line around the edge. And this doesn't dry as quick as your EVA. Okay, so you've got a little bit more wiggle room with this. Okay, so you've got a little bit more time.
And there is no, you know, sometimes if I was thinking wet glue, if you put so much behind a photo, it's going to not be a good thing. But yeah, with that,
this glue is absolutely perfect for keeping those photographs alive, you know, protecting them. I haven't got any negatives for these.
Yeah,
you know, once they're gone, they're gone. You know, the photographs of today, yes, we've all got them up there somewhere in the cloud, but our future generation's going to know about that. So why not get them printed out, get them in those memory books, get them stuck down properly, and you're away. But don't just think of, as I said, your photographs. How about taking it to your paper crafting?
Wow. Ooh.
So let me slide over again.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes when you're preparing something to stick down, and you might want to use a bit of repositionable tape or a glue dot just to hold it in place while you're building up the layers of what you're wanting to do. Why not use your photo glue? Because you can use your photo glue for this as well. When I came into the studio, I stuck a strip of this decorative paper just down on the true cardstock, and look, I'm just peeling it off. It has the same effect as the photograph. So if you're a crafter that likes to position things, like scrapbookers, anybody like that, if you're someone like that that likes to put things in a position, this is going to be perfect. I can just put another little blob of glue all the way down there, stick that in place, and then that can just hold that while I'm deciding where everything's going to go.
Absolutely perfect, brilliant. We have got a set of 3 of the photo glue. Let me grab them. You can see them here. The 3 of the photo glue is a fabulous glue as well. And also I have to say, it's one of those ones that, you know, it's just, there's another top tip about, have you ever used it as an eraser? Because if you have got any time finger marks into certain cards, I have got rid of it with them because it's basically like a liquid rubber. So that's another use for it. 272177 is your item number. £11 and 97 pence is your price. And of course, the start of the show is the 8-inch square amazing memory books, both in true ivory and true brown. You're going to be able to make 2 of each color per size. £20 and 99 pence gives you the card. And of course, it does give you the instructions as well, where to score, whether to cut, so you are not lost. If you want yours, I think it's 757849 is your item number. Moving on to the other size that we have is the 6-inch square. It's brand new today as well in true brown and true ivory. So if you want to make 2 of each, or maybe you are part of you're crafting with a friend or your niece or your daughter or your mom, this is perfect because you can make 2 of each, or you can make 1 of the brown, 1 of the ivory, and so on, that your crafter in partner in crafting. All right, if you want yours, I need to see the item number, so I'm going to move here. 673344 is your item number. Right, and back to you, Dawn.
Right, so we've made our cover for our book, we've made our spine. So to make the actual pages, you're just going to use the cardstock that you've got, the size you've got in your kit. I've tried to keep this as simple as possible. So you're going to do 2 score lines, and it's all in your measurements, so you don't have to worry about me dishing out measurements to you. And then what you're going to do, you know what I'm going to tell you to do.
Right, burnish.
You're going to burnish. Now you're going to make 8 of these pages. Okay. So I'm just going to fold this over. So this is going to give you your square page. Okay. I've got some prepared here. What you're then going to do is put a little bit of red liner tape, and I've gone for the 3mm this size this time. I mean, you've got 4 sizes in that kit if you get the whole bundle, and I would recommend either going for the 3mm or the 6mm on this area. So you're going to do that on all your pockets. Don't glue it down yet, because if you want to decorate with pattern paper, you're going to put your pattern paper in first before you put your pocket down.
So it's a smoother finish.
Yeah, so it slides in. And also, I'm a person, when I'm doing a pocket, I don't put paper all the way down to the bottom.
Right.
I only put it where I need to put it.
Well, it's, you know, waste not, one not, right?
Exactly. But now this is easy to attach to our main book. All you've got to remember is the pocket size, or the pocket side, always goes to your spine. Okay, so if I'm going to put the first one in, I'm going to butt it up to my hinge, and I'm going to lay that out. And then if you look on your, as it lays on your cover, you can make sure you've got a nice gap, top and bottom. Okay, and then just peel off that tape, fold that back on itself. And you know I'm going to tell you again, I'm going to be in your ear all the time saying burnish, burnish, burnish.
But if you want to have those professional results, we just need to do what
and you want it to last. Yeah. You know, we want to be able to fold it flat to put in the post if we want to do it. If we're gift giving, we want it to last. We don't want to give it to somebody and the following week they say, oh, that bit fell out. You know, you don't want that. These are going to last. So we've got our first page down. I'm now going in with my EVA, and I'm going in again with my fine nozzle bottle.
And even though it's 7 minutes left, I don't know when
right, that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to show you now how to attach. Now you can see how much glue I'm putting on. I'm not putting masses of glue on. You don't need to. Honestly, you don't need to. And that's the nice thing about it. So I'm just going to put my lid back on. I'm going to peel away the next layer of red. Get my next page, and I said to you, your hinge goes towards your spine. Now I hold this here because the red line of tape, as you know, is very sticky. Right. So I always tend to hold that with my hand. And then I'm going to line up this end first. So I'm lining up these two score lines, making sure it's where I need it to be. I can open up that flap, so I'm feeling with my finger that everything is nice and straight. Okay, so just take your time, and then the last thing I do is let that last bit drop, and then I just go over with my bone folder and get that glue dispersed. And that's as easy as it is to put your pages in your book. And that is all you're going to do, and you're going to go on and do the next one, and that's how you work all the way along. And then you'll have your book that will be full with all its pages. Okay, so that is that bit, Paula.
Fabulous. And of course, you want to go for the 8 by 8. We have got the 8 here. We have got £28.99. You can make 4 of them. Remember, 2 of the true ivory, 2 of the true brown. Memory keeping that lasts. It needs to be acid and lignin free. And those cards, the true range from Pink Frog cards, it's of course that. I'm going to show you this one because here you can see another way of putting your together your album. It could be that you are putting the flaps like exactly like Donnie has said, or you could do a little bit of changing it up a little bit more. It's up to you how you do it. But remember to check out your baskets if you want to grab the brand new set of the true brown and true ivory. I love that. I just kind of, my brain goes B and then it goes black, not brown. But I love the way that the brown gives that contrast, but a little bit softer. It gives you that vintage look as well. If you have got Graphic 45, of course, the ivory will be fabulous. Ciao Bella and those browns will be absolutely amazing. If you want yours in the true size of 8 by 8, 757 757-849 is your item number. Now, Dawn, we have got about 3 minutes left.
We've got about 3 minutes, right. Well, I won't do any inking and stamping in this show, but I will show you in the next show when I'm back on.
When are you back on?
I'm back on again at 7 o'clock tonight, but I'll just show you how to attach those pattern papers. Right. You know, I talked to you about the fact of not putting glue all the way down.
Oh, right.
Okay, so I've just got some pattern papers from my crafty stash. Okay, so we'll do this one for quickness so you can see. So I'm going to put the pattern paper on, and I've even given you on those measurements, the measurements for the pattern paper on your cutting and scoring guide. So you haven't even got to think about that as well. So that's my inside pocket. So now I can remove my little pieces of tape, fold my pocket down, give that a nice burnish, and then, you know, go in with your decorative punches. Or, you know, this is where you can really make this album your own, and it's only your imagination that is going to stop you. You know, have some fun with it. You know, get your crafty stash out. You know, you've got those punches and beautiful papers. You've got those stamps and inks. So just putting that on there. And then let's do one in the top here quickly. Are we okay for time? So that's going to go on the inside. So straight away when you're looking at this, you can have a photograph there, a photograph there. And this is without even making the photo mats that are going to go inside as well, Paolo.
Absolutely, I love that.
And then that's going to be shut, and this is going to go on the front, so everything all matches and looks absolutely gorgeous. I like when
everything matches, and it's just, it has got that consistency through. It has got that kind of linking through the whole story. So.
It has, and you know, you've also got your cutting and scoring guide for your photo mats as well for here.
Wow, even the photo mats.
Even the photo mats. So you've got your cutting and scoring guide for your book, to make your books, for your pattern papers, and for your photo mats.
Brilliant.
But don't forget about that product we had at the end there.
Oh yes, the 10.5 by 30 in true brown and true ivory. It's one of those 40 sheets of each, so 80 in total. My maths there. Ooh, Paula, you need to brush up on your maths. By the way, you can see them there, brand new today, $11.99 for them, 568-157. Now, Dawn, we will have to leave it here, but you are back with Richard at 7.
I am,
so you will continue your demonstrations.
That's absolutely perfect.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you so much for your demonstrations. And thank you at home if you have been watching. By the way, of course, you have heard that we have got a sister channel. We have the craft store has acquired Create and Craft, and that means that it's very exciting times that are going to mean up, and also it means that you're going to see familiar faces across the board. I think we have got a new, well, a sort of new presenter tomorrow and on Thursday, so I wonder who that will be. It will be in the afternoon, so do make sure to tune in for that familiar face. But don't forget to check out your baskets, because they are brand new sizes, brand new colors from Pink Frog Crafts. And now after the break, join Richard and Charmaine for a final look at the one-day special.